Hello friends! So I got another book haul for you guys, and of course I went to Half Price Bookstore and bought quite a bit of books. I got it during the end of May sale there when they had the 20% off. I know it was like a 3-day sale, and I went the first 2 days, and then the third day I was really tempted to, and I made myself not go this time. I kind of wish I did though, just to maybe go to another Half Price Bookstore to see what they had, but I didn't do it, and maybe that's a good thing because I seriously have like my whole box of books still here, and I'm still trying to tackle that Love Scribe book. So I'm just like, I want to read. I just need to, maybe I need to put that book aside and try something else for a while. I don't know. But I don't want to give up on a book too soon, because I noticed that I think I've said before, that it takes me a while to get into a book. And it's very rare that I actually get into a book from the beginning. So I do need to give books more of a chance. But anyways, before we get into the books, I want to share with you guys my bookmarks. So I got this little blue one. I like the I like how it's kind of faded. And then I don't know if you can see on the top here, and then on the bottom there's like a little design, but it's super cute. I need to take it out of its cover. But yeah, it's kind of a little hard, but I like it. It's super cute. And then I also have this little whimsical bookmark, and I kind of want to have a bunch of bookmarks so that I can kind of like, depending on what I'm reading, like if I'm reading maybe something whimsical or exciting, fun, kind of fantasy-ish, this would be a great bookmark to use. And then I also have this vintage style bookmark, Half Price Bookstore vintage bookmark. I thought it was super cute. I love vintage type of stuff. So I got that, and then I got this. It's like a tech. It's like inside a computer. So this would be like a good bookmark to use if I ever read like a sci-fi novel. This would be really good to use. But yeah, I just like to have different types of bookmarks. And so so now let's get into the books. All right, so my first book that I got this at the clearance section for $3. And it's called Postscript. Alright, so it says, it's been 7 years since Holly Kennedy's husband died. 6 since she read his final letter urging Holly to find the courage to forge a new life. She's proud of all the ways in which she has grown and evolved. But when a group inspired by Jerry's letters, calling themselves the P.S. I Love You Club, approaches Holly asking for help, she finds herself drawn back into a world that she worked so hard to leave behind. So I remember, I didn't watch the movie, but there was a movie called P.S. I Love You. It had Gerald Butler in it. I had a crush on him when I was younger, and he's still a good-looking guy to me. But so I think that's why I recognized that movie. But I didn't watch it because I knew that his character was going to die, and so. But I don't know why I bought this book, because I know I'm going to cry when I read it. But there's just something about this story that just caught my attention. It looks like it's like, like she's lost someone that she's loved, but in the end she's gonna find like true happiness. Maybe not with the guy, but just happiness and peace within herself after a great loss. So anyways, I'm looking forward to reading this book. And it's pretty thick for me, so I'm hoping that I can get into it pretty quickly. But I don't know, I probably won't be reading it right away, I'm not in the mood for, it's not that I'm not in the mood for sad books, but it's really hard for me to get started with a sad book. But I don't think it'll be completely sad. I think it's going to be like partly sad, but partly inspirational. And anyways, let's get into the next book. The next book I got is The Lost Bookshop. I'm sure you guys have heard of this book, but I just like anything that deals with books, librarians, writing, reading, all of that. And so this sounds really good too. So far too long, Opaline, Martha, and Henry have been the side characters in their own lives. But when a vanishing bookshop casts its spell, these three unsuspecting strangers will discover that their own stories are every bit as extraordinary as the ones found in the pages of their beloved books. By unlocking the secrets of the shelves, they find themselves transported to a world of wonder, where nothing is as it seems. How awesome would it be, guys, to open up a book and be transported into the story? Like, I would kind of love that. Have you guys ever watched the cartoon called The Page Master? It has Macaulay Culkin in it, and it's when he was younger. He was a cute little young kid, and he's like afraid of everything. And so one day his dad was like, "Go buy me some nails, so I can fix up your tree house." And so while he was going to the store, there was a storm, and in order to get away from the storm, he ended up going inside a library, and he wanted to make a call to his family to let them know where he was at. But while he was trying to get to the phone at the end of the library, he fell, and he was transported into he was kind of transported and turned into like a cartoon character, and then he started being transported into stories. So that would be kind of awesome to be transported into a story. I think I'd be a little scared though, but I think it would also be awesome. As long as I knew that was going to come out of it. Alright, so anyways, I have that one. And the next one I have is a really cute adventure novel. It's a young adult novel, but when I saw it, I was just like I had to get it. Especially now that it's, it's the beginning of June right now for me. I don't know when I'm going to put this up. This might come out like the end of June or maybe sometime in July. But it's still a great summer read. And it's called The Pirates of Pen Cove. Okay, and it's about Dylan Wild. So Dylan Wild's no stranger to fear. His brother's a bully, his only friends are halfway across the country, and now he's been forced to move to Whidbey Island, or Weirdbey Island, as it's called by those in the know. Soon Dylan finds himself having to confront his deepest fears as he uncovers a hidden society with a nightmarish secret. Throwing a monstrous sea beast, a pair of desperate treasure hunters, and a wild chase to find long-buried chests before a fearsome centuries-old undead pirate can destroy the whole island. And he hasn't even unpacked yet. So I'm hoping that this is going to be fun, adventurous, and not super scary. And it's pretty good size. It's not too long. The next one I have is called Girl on the Run. Alright, so I'm going to read the back. Alright, Kaylin wants the best for her widowed mom. Surprising her with an online dating profile seems like a good idea. It isn't. Kaylin's mom hasn't just been acting overprotective all these years. She's been hiding something. And now that anyone can find them online, Kaylin is in a desperate race against time to uncover the secrets of the past. Not only her mom's, but also her own. As Kaylin's world unravels, she begins to trust the guy who brought this nightmare to her door, and to doubt the one person she never thought she would. Because her mom has been hiding for a reason. She's been waiting. That sounds so good. I can't believe I found this book. And it was on clearance for $3. Like, that's crazy. And I believe this was $3. Now this one I paid half price. This one was $9.49. But like, I've got a lot of good books on clearance. Alright, so I was kind of looking through this book, and then I happened to stumble upon like the author's page. Her name is Abigail Johnson, and she's the author of 4 YA contemporary novels. She became a tetraplegic after breaking her neck in a car accident when she was 17, but she hasn't let that stop her from body surfing in Mexico, writing and directing a high school production of Cinderella, and becoming a published author. She lives in Arizona. So just reading that, and the fact that she wrote this story, and she's a tetraplegic, so I believe that means that she can't move her arms or legs, like she's completely paralyzed. Just the fact that she's completely paralyzed like that, and she could do this, and this book sounds so good, and I can't wait to read it. And she was also like, she also produced, or she directed a play, and she even body surfed. Like, that's insane. Like, if she can do something like that, then I have no reason to complain or not to do something. So like, I'm really inspired, and I can't wait to read this. So if you guys are interested in her books, check her out. Like, let me help you. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Yay! Alright, so definitely check her out, guys, if you are interested. So this one is Girl on the Run. The next one I have is Murder by the Seaside. I believe these are like it's a short story collection. Yeah, it has Arthur Conan Doyle, Anthony Berkeley, John Dixon Carr, Gladys Mitchell, Cyril Hare, and many more. So it's 10 classic crime stories for the summer. So I definitely need to pull this book out and keep it with me. And this one I got on clearance as well, $3. The next one I have is called The Little Paris Bookshop, and it's $7. So I didn't get this on clearance. This one was $7.99. But the cover is gorgeous. The title is what caught my attention. Bookshop, and like the color, it just looks very cozy. Like, all right. So it says Monsieur Perdue is a literary apothecary from his floating bookstore in a. Oh wow! I forgot that it said floating bookstore when I read it at the store. So from his floating bookstore in a barge on the Seine, he prescribes novels and the hardships of life. Using his intuitive feel for the exact book a reader needs, Perdue mends broken hearts and souls. The only person he can't seem to heal is himself. He is still haunted by heartbreak after his great love disappeared. She left him with only a letter that he has never opened. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that's just part of the summary. But that sounds really good. That sounds really good. And oh, how cute is that? I thought there was going to be pictures on the pages, because it kind of looks like it is. Like if I turn the page, I would see a picture. But he has like drawing like pictures in the background, like an image in the background. And I'm also liking the font. Okay, this is super cute. For $7.99 at a half-price bookstore. The next one I got, I've been wanting to get this book for a while. I think I saw someone review it on one of their YouTube videos. And it's called Black Cake. The title catches my attention because I'm like, black cake. You know, black cake is chocolate cake, so why would they say black cake? And so that kind of caught my attention. Also, the colors are just kind of cool looking. And then I also like the synopsis. So it says, in present-day California, Eleanor Bennett's death leaves behind a puzzling inheritance for her two children, Byron and Benny. A traditional Caribbean black cake made from a family recipe with a long history and a voice recording. In her message, Eleanor shares a tumultuous story about a headstrong young swimmer who escapes her island home under suspicion of murder. The heartbreaking tale Eleanor unfolds, the secrets she still holds back, and the mystery of a long-lost child challenge everything the siblings thought they knew about their identities and themselves. That just sounds so intriguing. Like, did she kill whoever she like ran away from? Does her family know where she is, or do they think she's gone? Like, why did it looks like she saved some of that black cake? Like, why did she do that? And who is this child that she gave up? Like, I'm really intrigued by this story, so I can't wait to read it. And I also heard that there is a like TV show on this, and so if I really like this book, I may take a look at the TV show as well. Alright, so my next book is Spy School, and the title definitely caught my attention, and then so did the back. So the back says, Agent Ben Ripley, age 12, mission to survive the science school that is really a front for training junior CIA operatives, and try to get the girl. Objectives: find the devious double agent who has infiltrated the school, and number 2, try not to die. Number 3, prove to everyone that you are capable of being a spy. Save the day and try not to look like such a nerd while doing it. So that just sounds really good. And he also has several other books here in the back. So I also saw that there was a graphic novel, and I did not pick it up. I think I want to read the novel first. If I like the novel, then I'll get the graphic novel, because I believe the graphic novel is about this book. So I don't want to buy 2, and then if I don't like it, get rid of it. But I got this one for $4.49. And then the next book I have is The Fault in Our Stars. Now, I remember watching the movie and really liking the movie, even though, you know, it has a sad ending. I just thought it was a really good movie. And so when I happened to see this book at the bookstore, it's for $6.49, not a bad price. I decided, why not get it and see what this book is about. And hopefully I like the book just as much as I like the movie. My next book is The Lost Girl. So the title caught my attention. I don't like the cover, but you know, it doesn't matter about the cover. Hopefully the story is good. But I do like what the synopsis says. It says, Darcy Truman was 4 when she was kidnapped on a crowded beach. A massive police search and media frenzy followed, but the girl was never found. Most people gave Darcy up for dead, or worse. Then, one fateful night, she walks into a police station, 17 years old, a chance to start over. As the world celebrates Darcy's return, Margot Martin, a journalist and friend of the Drummond family, receives a strange phone call. A call which leads her step by step towards a horrifying revelation. The real reason for Darcy's disappearance is a long-kept secret. That right there, like long-kept secret, like who in the family or close friends took her? That's what I'm thinking. A secret so shocking, so unexpected that it will plunge the Drummond family into a nightmare they will struggle to survive. This sounds so good. It sounds like this could be a movie, a very good thriller, mystery. I'm really excited for this book. And it's pretty thick for me. Let me see how many pages. 364. But yeah, I'm really excited to check this book out. Alright, the next book I got, so I found this big old thing for $3. It's Oscar Wilde's collections, the complete works of Oscar Wilde. So I just thought, why not? $3, short stories and stuff. Maybe, I don't know what else he writes. Okay, stories, plays, poems, lots of poems, poems in prose, essays, and letters. So this is going to be really fun to take a look at. I've never read anything of his, so this will be kind of fun. Alright, my next book is, let's see here. Alright, this was exciting to find. I did not expect to find this book. When I saw it, at first I was like, wait, this was a novel first? I thought it was, it was a screenplay. But it's Annie. So anyways, I'm still in shock that I actually have a book about Annie. Now growing up, I was not a fan. I did not care for the movies. I liked most of the songs, but I just didn't care for the movie. And it wasn't until Jamie Foxx made his version that I fell in love with Annie. I just thought his version was so much better. I liked how in the beginning, how like as Annie is walking down the street, like you have the construction workers and the people like working in the shops. They're making noise, but the noise is actually turning into music. I really like that, and just the whole storyline and everything. I thought it was funnier. I liked the connection between Jamie Foxx and Annie, Jamie Foxx's character and this character, Annie, and I just thought it was really good. And so I bought the movie and I've been watching it like several times. Like I think I watched it earlier this year and a couple of times last year. So I really like it. And so when I found this, I just thought, why not get it? So I got it. But I think Annie was not a novel first. I believe it was a play first, and then it turned into a movie. Or it was a movie and then it turned into a play, and then it was turned into a book. I can't remember. Let me see. Oh wait, okay. So originally, years and years ago in 1924, Annie came into the world as the 11-year-old heroine of a comic strip called Little Orphan Annie. So it was a comic strip created by an Indiana cartoonist named Harold Gray. Okay, and then it was turned into a play called Little Orphan Annie, or not a play, a musical. And then it was turned into a movie, and then into a book. Alright, this is exciting though, but I'm looking forward to reading this. Looks like it's going to be really fun and entertaining. So yeah, Annie. I'll stick this here. I also got another favorite movie of mine is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so I decided to get the book. I don't think I ever read this, to be honest with you. because I don't remember reading it. Like there's some books that I remember reading. Like I remember reading a book called one of my favorite childhood books was called Stonewords. It's about a girl named Zoe who lived with her grandparents, and then who discovered a ghost, and she realizes that she's named after that ghost. And like throughout the book, she eventually tries to figure out how Zoe the ghost died. But I love that book as a kid, and I recently read it, so I'll probably do a review maybe at the end of this month, in June. I don't remember ever reading this. I remember reading James and the Giant Peach and BFG, but I don't remember reading this, and I don't know why, because I've always loved the original movie. So I have this. I'm going to try to read it, and I want to get this whole collection and just read the whole collection. The only one I'm not interested in reading is The Witch. I didn't like the movie. The movie scared me. But I'm a grown up now, so maybe I'll just give it a chance. Alright, so the next book I have is Winnie the Pooh. I'm a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh as well. Grew up loving the stories. Well, I never read the story. I watched the movies. I watched the short cartoon versions, and then I have I think a couple of movies about Winnie the Pooh. And so I'm really glad that I found this collection. I think it's just so cute. And I just like the little drawings in the book. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to definitely bring out my childhood. So I have that. The next book I have is To Kill a Mockingbird. I remember reading this version. I remember this cover. I believe I read this in 5th grade. I can't say I didn't like it, and I can't say I did like it. I knew that there were some sad parts in the book. I think it had a good ending. I believe it was about a black guy who was charged with murdering somebody. I can't remember. It has to be murdering. I'm thinking murdering. He murdered someone, or they said that he murdered someone. And so I want to read this again and try to see if I can remember the story, and to see if I like it now, if I actually will like it as a grown-up. But as a kid, I don't remember not liking it or liking it. It was just a book I had to read. So I have that. And then this one here, I did not know that this was I knew it was a true story, but I didn't know there was a book on it called Rudy. And I watched the movie, and I thought it was a really good movie. But it's about this guy. Let me see. I'm going to just read the synopsis so I don't butcher it. It says, ever since he was a kid... Sorry. It's like a glare. Okay, if I move it this way, I can see it. Okay. Ever since he was a kid, Rudy Rudiger had a dream of playing football for Notre Dame. But he learned early on that Rudigers don't go to college. They go to work in the steel mills of Joliet, Illinois. And with terrible grades and hardly any athletic ability, Rudy was ridiculed and stubbornly holding on to his dream by his friends, his family, even the girl he loved, even the girl who loved him. Yet no one could stand in Rudy's way. So I just remember really liking this, the movie. I thought it was very inspirational, and so when I saw this, I was like, okay, I have to get it. And this was $2.49. Kill a Mockingbird was $3, and Winnie the Pooh was $8.49, and this Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was $2.24. And let me see, did I tell you guys about Annie's price? Annie was $3.99. So these are pretty good deals, and then top it off with 20%. So I'm glad I got these books. A lot of them is like, I guess, childhood books I read as a kid, or movies that I liked as a kid, or movies that I just liked that I had to get the book. So I have this one, and then I also bought this cute little bag at Half Price Bookstore. So I just have now I have 3 Half Price Bookstore bags. I'm gonna have to put some of them in my car so I can use when I go shopping again for more books. Alright, so the next day I went to another Half Price Bookstore at a different location, and I bought several. I did get several more bookmarks. Let's see here. I got this cute little thing right here. Look at those birds, very springy. I like that pale bluish green. I don't know what color that is, but it's so pretty. I have that. And then I got another space. This one, I really want to get The Martian. I love the movie, and I thought I bought The Martian a while back. So either if I have it, either I must have packed it away or gave it away because I just couldn't get into it right away. I can't remember, but I'm gonna have to go. I don't know. I'm gonna have to maybe try to go look in my storage somewhere, or just go buy a new one, a new version. Okay. So I have that. This would be a good bookmark for The Martian. And then I got this Land of the Free, the good old USA bookmark. So I have that. Alright, so here's a book. I don't like the American version of this movie, but I like the foreign version, or the international version. It's called The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So I like the one, I guess the international version. And the story was really good. Like, I watched the whole series, and so I've been wanting to get the book, and so I got it. So this one was $3, and it's really in good condition too. So I have that, and then I have. All right, have you guys ever watched Fried Green Tomatoes? Well, I have, and I absolutely love that movie. Did not know it was a book. Was completely surprised when I found out. I happened to watch another YouTuber, like a mother-daughter duo, and I don't remember their names. I can't remember their names. If I can, I'll try to put them down because they're really fun to watch. But it's a mother-daughter duo that lives in Canada, and she happened to have this book, and that's when I realized that's when I found out that it was actually a book. So now I have this, and I'm super excited, and I'm definitely going to get into this really soon to see. And then I want to watch the movie again and then compare. Hopefully I like both because I love the movie, and I'm hoping that I'll love the book just as much. So I have that, and then something else that I did not know was The Last Unicorn. The cartoon version was so good. Like, I grew up watching that cartoon, and did not know it was a book. I happened to just look. I just happened to when I was at the store, I wondered, like, if this is a book, could some of my other favorite movies be a book? And so I happened to type in The Last Unicorn and discovered that it is a book. And so I bought it, and I just think the cover is really gorgeous, and I'm super excited to read it. I'm hoping that it's similar to the movie, or just as good or even better than the movie, the cartoon version. I also have The 13th Tale. Now that sounds so exciting. It sounds very fantasy-like. And then look at that cover. And I just like the whole, I like that it's very cozy. It has like a cozy feel to it. Even the pages, it's not white pages. They're like tannish, kind of. Tannish brown or something. It has a very cozy feel to it. Alright, so let's see what it's about. Alright, a reclusive author, Vida Winter, famous for her collection of 12 enchanting stories, has spent the past 6 decades penning a series of alternate lives for herself. Now old and ailing, she is ready to reveal the truth about her extraordinary existence and the violent and tragic past she has kept secret for so long. Calling on Margaret Lee, a young biographer troubled by her own painful history, Vida dissenters the life she's meant to bury for good. Margaret is mesmerized by the author's tale of gothic strangeness, featuring the beautiful and willful Isabel, the feral twins Adeline and Emmeline, a ghost, a governess, and a topiary garden, and a devastating fire. Together, Margaret and Vida confront the ghosts that have haunted them while becoming finally transformed by the truth themselves. So I don't know if this is cozy. It doesn't feel like it's cozy, but it might be like a cozy. It says it's a pitch-perfect, first-rate mystery that lovingly invokes both Jane Eyre and Rebecca. See, I did not read that part, but it sounds good, and it still still looks cozy to me. So I don't know. I guess once I read it, I'll kind of know. But I have this book here, and then let's see. I have 2 more books. So I have this big book here. It's called Murder for Christmas. So it's a collection of short stories that I guess that centers around Christmas time. But how cool is that? This will be fun to read during that time. So I forgot to tell you guys the price. Alright, so alright, so this book is $3. Fried green tomatoes was $8.99. The 13th tail was $3. Got that at on clearance. And the unicorn, the last unicorn, was $8.49. And then this Murder for Christmas was $3. So some of the authors, so it contains 26 tales of seasonal malice and Yuletide malfeasance as perpetrated by Woody Allen, Agatha Christie, Charles Dickens, Arthur Conan Doyle, O. Henry, and some other authors. So this is going to be a fun read. Alright, I don't know where to put this. I'll just stick it right here for right now. And then my last book is The Escape Room. Now, I love escape rooms. So when I saw the title, it made me think of, you know, those escape rooms. I've seen a couple of movies of escape rooms and I love those. And I've gone to, I think, one escape room and I enjoyed that. And so when I saw this, it made me think that this book must be about escape rooms. So, but I can't remember if that's actually true. But let me read the back. All right. Oh, it is. Okay, so welcome to the escape room. Your goal is simple: get out alive. In the lucrative world of finance, Vincent, Jules, Sylvie, and Sam are at the top of their game. They've mastered the art of the deal and celebrate their success in style. But a life of extreme luxury always comes at a cost. Invited to participate in an escape room challenge as a team building exercise, the ferociously competitive co-workers crowd into the elevator of a high-rise building, eager to prove themselves. But when the lights go off and the door stays shut, it quickly becomes clear that this is no ordinary competition. They're caught in a dangerous game of survival. Alright, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. But that sounds really good, and I got this for $3. This was on clearance. Like, that's crazy. It doesn't look like it's been read. Some of my books are a bit water damaged, but this one is like perfect. So, alright guys, so these are my collection of books and bookmarks. Are there any books that you're interested in checking out? Have you read any of them? Let me know in the comments below. And you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!